As a teacher, if you're accused, you're guilty.
Stephen Budd was a teacher at Rosarian Elementary School.
This man would be bricked up at work. He bricked up talking about 2 + 2. I knew it. It would be some teachers that just seemed a little too strange.
I am the stone that the builder refused. I am the visual, the inspiration.
You too, what it do, man? It is your boy Abdul up next, and I'm back with another video today, man. Yes, sirski. I don't even know what I'm so hyped for because we're reacting to people who was caught pre-ordering. Do you know what it means to put a pre-order in? To date somebody who isn't quite literally 18. They're attempting to call dibs.
You gotta go.
Every single person in this video gotta go on a watch list. You gotta watch them every second of the day. And they've been twisted their whole life. Like, look at R. Kelly. He was twisted as a kid. This man, R. Kelly, said he used to enjoy kissing his own mom. And he would always try to drink after her because she always left lipstick on the drink. So these dudes be messed up from the day that they be born. Like the video before we even get started, and let's proceed to the video.
Predators are some of the most disgusting and terrifying criminals out there. But what
Like, just look at these images. Rogue does his recruiting at parks. You know how people go to college campuses to meet people? This dude goes to parks. You didn't even ask him for their number. We know you asked him for their username on Roblox, bro. People like this be the problem.
Here are 4 spine-chilling reactions from sinister realizing they've been caught, starting with the most shocking of all. In March of 2017, a father contacted the Moore Police Department about his 17-year-old son. He revealed that his son had checked into the Super 8 motel and he was worried about him. So,
you taking kids to the hotel? The only people he should be able to see in his life next to him is a prison bunk bed.
the police went to check on him.
He's either here for narcotics or prostitution for narcotics.
Kids prostituting himself out? That's strong.
Let's go open up the door so we can talk to you.
What do you even say when you in a house and you hear that outside your door? Like, oh, you just out sitting dead to crack right now. Cause let's be real, it was 2 guys. They did to crack. They in that room did to crack right now, having no clue what to do.
What? What? Yeah, because you have a juvenile in your hotel room.
Oh.
Okay, open the door and we'll talk to you real quick and we'll be done. Come out. I'm right here. Hey, come out before you get me worried. Show me your hands. Okay. Take a seat on the... What's going on? What's going on with you, man?
Trying to have a good Roblox date with that kid, huh? What do y'all even talk about with each other? Homework? Freaky grown man.
A good time? Yeah. What's your name?
Ralph?
Ralph what?
Shorty?
You got an ID, Shorty? Shorty doesn't sound like a last name to me.
I'm sorry, guys. You're kind of freaking me out a little bit.
Yeah, that's what we do. He's 17. What do you mean, okay?
I didn't know you.
Okay. What?
You didn't know. What the heck you talking to a 17-year-old about in the first place? Talking about some okay. Why he shrugged that off? He shrugged that off like that was normal. He knew good and well he had to be 17. You talking to that dude about probably just Fortnite or something. What do you bond with a 17-year-old about when you in your 40s?
It's a bad idea. If he was a couple years younger, you'd be going to prison.
At that time, the officer had no idea he was dealing with 35-year-old Senator Ralph Shorty, a Republican from the Oklahoma Senate.
That's the people that run our country, a senator. Liking little boys. That's who we got in charge? We're doomed. I'm telling you, historians are not looking back on this chapter of history. We ain't talking about over here.
Puzzled everyone was trying to understand why Shorty was with a teenager inside a motel in the middle of the night. And a few days later, they were both brought in and questioned separately. What followed in the interrogation was extremely disturbing.
There's a pretty lengthy conversation on his tablet that he says is with the guy. That is you.
Bruh, a tablet? You talk to your boyfriend through his tablet and you don't think that's not weird? This is up there with Smart Schoolboy 9, bruh.
The online or the kick ID is Jamie Tilley.
He calls me Jamie, and I'm not sure why.
Okay. He says, I need money for spring break. Jamie Tilley says, I don't really have any legitimate things I need help with right now. Would you be interested in stuff? He says, yes.
He's telling me that when he first met you through Craigslist, that he had posted an ad in Casual Encounters, and that he had a lot of responses for it, but that you said that you wanted him to mess around with your wife while you watched. And then
Cucked out by a minor is something that you dreaming of? Oh, put this boy on watch list. Oh, nah, put this man on the craziest watch list of all time. You don't deserve to see the green grasses of the world anymore. People like you don't need second chances. This the type of stuff they said Diddy was doing. How do you even use Craigslist as a dating app in the first place? How you meet your boyfriend off Craigslist? I thought that's where you sell stuff. And there was no wife in the play when it was just you and him in the hotel. You got selfish and stole him from your girl? You got selfish and had him all for yourself? Bro, this man dang show don't deserve to be free. This don't even need a trial.
But that you said that you wanted him to mess around with your wife while you watched, and then said that it never happened because she was pregnant.
What?
So here's the deal, Ralph. You and I both know what the truth is, and the truth is not what you're telling us.
It's not me.
It's not you. Okay.
We communicated by phone. There was no intentions that night.
Shorty denies that he was Jamie Tilley on Craigslist and didn't have any online conversation with the teenager. However, the police had all the proof they needed. There was even a witness who recalled exactly what happened.
We've got a witness that put you there. When you say,
I absolutely picked him up.
when you say I'm here, the witness is waiting down the street because she thought it was jacked up. She thought it was jacked up that he wouldn't tell her where he was going or anything like that. So she sits down the street and waits. And then she sees him going to the Super 8 hotel with you, and then she gets scared and wondering what the heck's going on, so she calls the police, or calls his dad, and who in turn calls us. I mean, we have his device, these are just photos of it. We actually have downloaded the entire device now. So we have everything that y'all said that night, everything.
I'm telling you, that's not me.
That clearly is you. Ralph, that's a lie.
This how I be lying in school when the teacher be asking, who is it, bro? Who that talking? Bro, they got this man in 4K footage. They know everything you said that night and you sitting in our face lying. You know what you got to do when you get in these situations if you want to tell them the truth. You know what you got to do in these situations if you want them to tell the truth. Put a hamburger in front of his big ass. I promise you he'll admit he like every kid. This man just don't like kids though. He like getting cucked out by him.
You're lying to us right now. That's clearly you. No one else. With $6 coffee shop, I'm here and you're there. That's clearly you.
I don't know who else he could have been talking to.
Shorty kept on denying his actions. But the FBI also found that Shorty had been doing this for 5 years. He had used fake names to send and receive child pornography and go on Craigslist to find these young men. According to Shorty, the younger, the better.
5 years. 5 years of using Craigslist as a dating app?
I know you guys don't believe me, and I'm not going to try to convince you otherwise unless I have something to show you, and I just don't know.
So basically all that can happen is, at this point is that we get more evidence about what's going on. Because there's nowhere to go from here.
There was no way out for Shorty.
Bro, you can't even throw a dude like this in jail. He might like what happens when he dropped the soap. His joint already loose. He the type of dude to drop it on purpose. He's the dudes that you just have to execute. There's nothing else you can do to this man. He gonna be in prison holding everybody pocket with his tongue out.
And in June 2018, prosecutors revealed that Shorty had twice with the victim before they were found together at the hotel. Finally, in September 2018, he was sentenced to a total of 15 years in prison on a child charge and 10 years of supervised release. Now, imagine if the is someone everyone is supposed to feel safe around.
As a teacher, if you're accused, you're guilty.
Stephen Budd was a teacher at Rosarian Elementary School.
This man would be bricked up at work. He bricked up talking about 2 + 2. I knew it. It would be some teachers that just seemed a little too strange. A little bit too nice to them girls.
Before he got caught and arrested for giving out candy, teacher at Rosarian Elementary School. Before he got caught and arrested for giving out candy to kids in return for sexual favors.
Bro was exchanging Tootsie Rolls for cranium?
In 2013, 2 teenage girls came forward and reported Stephen to the police. The incidents took place in 2006 when Bud was their homeroom teacher, and the girls were only 9 at the time. A few months after the report, he was brought in for interrogation.
Why do you think it is?
Because of all the crap I've been saying today. The girl has been calling me and accusing me of stuff.
Why do you think she would accuse you of this?
Anything that happened in the classroom or anything that you remember?
No.
This was a couple years ago, right?
Yeah.
How long ago was
She
this?
was in 4th grade.
4th grade? Those are toddlers. Bro, they barely can speak English.
So obviously you know the allegation is. Have you ever had anyone bring up anything
No,
like this before?
18 years of teaching has never come
Okay. How about in another state? In Pennsylvania? Nowhere?
No. I have no history at all.
So would you be surprised if other children came forward?
Yes.
The same one?
Yes.
So what were the control issues today? Like, what was going on with that?
What do you mean the control issues?
I thought you said she was trying to say.
Bro sitting up here playing dumb. Nobody's believing your lie. You was sitting up there offering them Tootsie Rolls and goddamn butterscotch candy. You probably evil. You was giving them candy corn too. I know you evil.
Yeah, she was accusing me of doing stuff every day in 4th grade to her.
You can tell from his body language that he's hiding something. At first, he seems relaxed, and then suddenly he shifted in his seat and got in a stiff, defensive posture.
The allegations were that you didn't do this. So I don't know if you're familiar with DNA.
Yeah.
Bro, what? Under the desk in the middle of class?
Or any time that you were at the school that you didn't activate, that maybe you walked in or something to any type of evidence down the road that shows up.
Yeah.
That stuff doesn't go away. I know it's been quite a few years. I'm just letting you know.
Stephen Main.
Your life is on the line, and these are the type of conversations being made, bro. You will be remembered as a goofy for the rest of your life, bro. Your life is on the line, and these are the type of conversations being had, bro. It's over, bro. Just give it up, bro. This is the type of legacy you chose to leave behind in your life. Gooning at school. And teachers go to school for that for a long ass time. This has been on your bucket list for that long. All them years you spent in college around grown women, became a teacher and found out kids was your type.
Maintains that posture as he denies the allegations. What Stephen accidentally confessed to next might have been enough to put him behind bars.
Well, I want to understand the side of your class because I don't right now. You have reading, you have beanbag, you said under the desk.
Well, under the desk wasn't necessarily a center. It's just kids ended up there at some point.
How many
That was one of the places that they went, as well as like under the computer table, as well as, up front and wherever.
How many kids can fit under the desk at one time? Your desk?
I don't know.
It looked pretty small to me. I wouldn't say you could fit more than 2.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
Do you agree?
Yeah, I guess.
So you don't recall ever taking things from this class?
These girls saying this happened. And we have Miss Medina saying, yes, we took another class. How would we account for that?
I don't know how you do account for that.
So you're saying you don't remember that?
No, I don't ever remember pulling anybody into a room during French or Spanish or whatever it was.
At this point, he knew he was one confession away from spending the rest of his life in prison, so he asked for his lawyer.
Would you consent to a DNA standard for us to compare to any potential evidence located under the desk?
Personally, I would, yes. But I also think this is like, there's no answer, and I can't piece it together either. So I'm thinking at this point, I need a lawyer. I need to find out someone that can tell me and look at this for me, not nothing personal against you guys, but if a little girl came to me and said these things, I'd be heartbroken and go with her too. But I have no one to give me advice.
Stephen was found guilty of...
Bro was just sitting up there yapping. Wasn't talking about nothing. Boy, you just sitting up there gaslighting, running his mouth. Yo, you know what this remind me of? Among Us. Like, they really sitting around interviewing him like he the imposter. Among Us is how I know if I would make up a great detective. I feel like I can tell if a person's a based off of just me talking to him. Just because I was playing Among Us. Like, oh, you're a black guy, you do crime? I can tell. I just look at you and can tell based off the conversation.
In the case of Ryan Burton, the cops had spent weeks planning their attack and making sure he headed to jail for a long time. On July 6th, 2021, an investigator pretended to be a
I know it's only like 6 people that live in Wisconsin, but that don't mean you have to resort to dating kids. You know what I'm saying?
An investigator pretended to be a 15-year-old girl on social media, and Ryan Burton took the bait. He even went as far as asking for her address in La Crosse, Wisconsin. But when
I get it, y'all found a dater, but you can't tell me you don't feel weird texting that guy, acting like you're a little girl. You spitting game to the guy and letting the guy spit game on you, and you flirting with a guy through text. We already know the police officer probably gets no buns in real life. bro, they all be chopped. So pretty much you spit more game to a guy than you did a girl your entire life.
He arrived, he was greeted by police officers and not the young girl he was expecting.
My name's Detective Ross, and I'm with La Crosse Police Department. Can you take your hands out of your pockets for me?
Yeah.
What's your name, sir?
Brian?
Brian, okay. Any weapons with you today?
No.
Okay. If you just want to put your hands on top of your head, I'm just going to pat you down, make sure you got no weapons with you today.
We're at the police department as well, sir. See our badge?
Yes.
Okay.
And then you patting him down. You feeling on his booty. You feeling on his meat. The pat down be gay. Man, I don't care what nobody say, bro. Police officers is different, bro. The pat down. You gotta touch my booty. You gotta touch my dick. I played as a girl, then went and touched some dick. Your life is a L, boy. Like this video. Shout out to these 4 people right here. 4 people get a shout out at the end of every video because they liked the video and let me know they did in the comments. I pick 4 lucky people to get a shout out. Subscribe to my other channels, Dooley Chamberlain, More Abdul up next. I need you guys' support on those channels as well where I'm uploading content. Thank you guys for watching.